Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Victoria, and it's Victoria's Reality Corner. I welcome you all. I thank you for your patience. I know you're all waiting to hear about, part two of my story. Of my story time. So guys, I haven't been feeling well, so I had to kind of take some time out for myself. But I'm here today just to, give you part two, because I know that you're all in suspense, thinking, Lord God, when she's gonna come on with part two, I want to hear what happened. But yes, guys, I'm here. So I just want to thank all my new subscribers for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I thank you so much. And for all that has subscribed, and I just ask you all to just press the notification bell that, when I come on, you can be notified. And also to like up the video, yeah? Let the video get out there and share. Please share the videos, because the more you share, then more people will see and more people will want to probably jump on to see what's going over in that corner, that reality corner. So please share, like up the video, share and subscribe, and thumbs up on the notification bell. All right, so let's get into it. I left off on part one, and guys who haven't watched part one of my story time, please go over and watch that video so that you can, catch up and see what I'm going to talk about tonight or today. So guys, let's get into it. I left off on the last story time. We reached in Jamaica. So let me just do a little recap. So as a family, my father decided to take us to Jamaica. He wasn't keeping good health, and he decided that he was going to take his family out to Jamaica to live. So we went on a ship, and I explained in the last video me as a little girl experiencing my first trip and how terrifying it was to me, and with sickness and all of that. And then I explained about us finally reaching our destination, and our family members came to pick us up. So I think that's where I left off. So please go over and watch that. And yeah, so our family member came, and I remember they're coming with a big truck. And remember the last video I told you that they offloaded all the luggage and our personal items, and in my absence I was thinking about it, and my dad came down with lock, stock and barrel, because he had back then it was a mini van, and I can remember the name. It was a comma minibus, and that was on the wharf as well. Furniture was on the wharf, because we came with settees and beds, and who remember that cabinet where everybody used to have those cabinet with all the special dishes and plates and pictures and all them items. That was on the ship as well. So we basically came with our furniture. So yeah, so I remember offloading and family members coming to pick us up, and the rain. It was raining so much, and again the smell of the place. Yeah. So we got into the transportation and the truck behind, and it was so funny to see these men or boys on this truck, on this big truck, and they were just sitting on top of the truck and hanging off and all of that kind of thing. You know how it is in the Caribbean, in Jamaica back then. So we set off on our journey to where we're going to live. So I can remember we driving. And by this time, guys, we're hungry, we're tired, we just want somewhere to lay our heads. And as a little girl, I wasn't even thinking, so what's going to happen with the furniture and all of that, because the furniture was on the truck and all of that. I think, I can't remember if my dad had to go back to get the vehicle, but the furniture was on the truck. So guys, we were traveling, and it was quite a distance, because it seems like we couldn't reach where we were going. So we were traveling from Kingston, and then, you know, as time went on, I realized that we were traveling from Kingston to Spanish Town. So we eventually reached Spanish Town. And remember, guys, it's raining. And we eventually reached Spanish Town. And all I can remember, it was dark, very dark. And the roads are very narrow. And we reached Spanish Town, and I can remember the truck pulling up at this gate. And the people came off, and they went to knock at the door. So they went there, and they were knocking. No one was answering. So they were saying that, yeah, man, people in there, because a light is in there. Look if you not see the light. So when my parents, when they were looking, my dad said it seemed like it's a lamp or something. Don't even look like it's a proper light. It's like a lamp is in there, but no one came to the door. So they stood there, and they were discussing, and they were asking my dad, so where you go do? You know, see the people them now come out, where you go do? So by this time, guys, I didn't even know that where we were, that's where we were supposed to go. That was supposed to be our new home. Hey, guys, it was a drama. In the middle of the night, I think it was coming up to midnight, the people weren't coming out. No one was answering the door. We in our vehicle, the furniture on this truck, and rain falling, and we're stranded. Basically stranded. So I can remember, like, you know, they're talking, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Because remember, guys, I'm only probably about 6 years old. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Why aren't we, you know, where are we going to go? So anyway, they were discussing till they finally got back into the vehicle, and we moved on. So I can remember moving on and coming to another destination. And again, they came out of the truck. They went and had a conversation with some persons, or I don't know who it was. And it was a while until finally my dad came back and said, come, you can come off the truck, come out the vehicle. So we came out the vehicle, and we went into this yard. And all I can remember is, like, we went into this little house. And anyway, I think it was empty. And they began to offload the truck. And we got into the house. And I can't remember how we slept that night. Because mind you, there's no bed put up, there's no nothing. I don't know, I can't remember how we slept, but we slept. Guys, can you believe it? We traveled all the way from Great Britain to Jamaica, and there was nowhere for us to live. There was nowhere for us to live. It was a traumatic time. My dad was upset. My mom, she just coming like them little meek and mild lady. Anything that the man said, she just go with it. So we were there in Spanish Town, basically don't have nowhere to live. So when we woke up the next morning, I can remember waking up into this house, and it was a little house. It was empty, and it was like what I now understood. It was a tenement yard. So for those who don't understand what a tenement yard is, it's more than one houses in a big yard. So it's a big, well, you know, our African brothers and sisters might say compound, but it was a big yard, and it had like one house there, and then one house there, and another house there. So then we got to understand that this property was my dad's distant cousin, yeah, and he lived in Spanish Town, and he had a shop. So he had a shop that he that was his business. So he ran this shop. So it was a grocery shop. So he had a shop, and then behind the shop he had his house attached to the shop. And if you can remember back in Jamaica how that setup is, so you might have your business in front and then your house at the back. So this is what happened. So he had this shop, and he had this yard, and he had one house, and I think it was a 2-bedroom house, and then he had a slightly bigger one to the side, and I think that probably was a 2-bedroom house as well. So he had tenants in one side on the other building, and then the building that we got was empty, so it looked like someone just moved out. But guys, this is where all the shock is coming in now for us children, because remember, we're coming from England where everything is cushy, everything is it's a culture shock. It is a big culture shock. I remember when we wake up in the morning, the sun was hot because it rained all night. The sun was hot. The place smelled different, and the house was dirty. No disrespect to them, but because the people moved out and no one lived in it, it was full of dust. It dirty. My mom had to be cleaning, sweeping, dusting out, cleaning and sweeping, because by this time, my dad's cousin said we could stay there and I guess pay rent. So this is what happened. So guys, not to kind of draw this thing out, I don't want the video to be too long, but guys, this is where all hell broke loose, yeah? So again, as I said, this is my story, you know, and I don't know, people might be listening and thinking, nah, but it's my story. So I want you guys to look out again for part 3, because this episode hasn't even begun yet. So I want you to look out for part 3, and write down in the comment below, what do you think of this video? You know, do you like it? What is your opinion? You know, I want a feedback from you guys, because that motivates me to keep pushing and telling my story. So write in the comment section, like up the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and press the notification bell that when I send out a video, you will be notified. So guys, until the next time with another banging video, God bless you and enough love.